Post, upbeat, energetic tone. Ever felt like this? You're watching your favorite movie or TV show. Maybe it's a fast-paced thriller, a laugh-out-loud comedy, or a serious drama. You've got the English subtitles on and you're feeling pretty good. You're following along, understanding maybe 80 or 90% of what's being said. Then all of a sudden, you get hit with a line that just stops you dead in your tracks. The main character says something like, "Looks like the cat's out of the bag." And you read it, but your brain just freezes. You think, a cat? A bag? What is going on? You feel that familiar little pinch of frustration, that feeling of being on the outside of a joke that everyone else gets. You're reading the words, but you're completely missing the meaning behind them. This isn't just a minor annoyance, it's the single biggest reason why so many dedicated English learners get stuck at the intermediate level. You can master all the grammar rules, memorize thousands of words, and still feel like you're not truly fluent. The reason is simple: native speakers don't talk like a textbook. They use idioms and slang, the shortcuts and secret codes of the language. And if you don't understand them, you're always going to feel a step behind. But what if I told you there's a secret? A simple, powerful, and ridiculously fun method that uses the one tool you're already using: subtitles, to master these tricky phrases, understand any conversation, and finally sound like a native speaker? In this video, I'm going to reveal my 3-step subtitles breakthrough method for learning idioms and slang. I'll show you how students just like you, from all over the world, went from being completely confused to confidently understanding and even using this kind of language in less than 30 days. I'll introduce you to real student stories like Lisa, a medical student from Germany who thought she had to live in an English-speaking country to ever get this good. She was wrong. Stick with me to the end and I'll give you a free, secret website that has thousands of real-life examples of idioms used in movies, along with a free download I've prepared just for you. And if you're ready to stop being confused and start truly understanding, I want you to comment "I'm breaking through" below right now. Let's do this. The problem. The mental trap. Before we get to the solution, we have to talk about the problem. Idioms and slang are so difficult because they don't follow the rules you've been taught. They are not literal. You can't just translate the individual words in your head. Think about another classic phrase, "to hit the books." If you translate that literally, you get something like, "to physically strike a textbook." That's bizarre, right? It makes no sense. But what it actually means is to study hard. This is the mental trap you're caught in. Your brain brilliantly tries to make sense of everything by translating word for word. It's a survival instinct. But with idioms, that instinct works against you. You see a phrase, you try to translate it, it doesn't work, and you get frustrated. That loop of confusion is what keeps so many people from reaching true fluency. It's like trying to solve a puzzle with the wrong pieces. But the good news is, we can use this exact mental habit, this instinct to translate, to our advantage. My subtitles breakthrough method turns your brain's natural process into a powerful learning tool. This isn't just theory. It's a system I've refined over years, helping thousands of students just like you go from confused to confident. The very first step is what I call the double take. When you're watching a movie with subtitles, you're in a unique position. Your brain is doing 2 things at once. It's listening to the audio and reading the text. The first time you hear an idiom or a slang phrase you don't understand, don't pause the video. Just let the scene play out. Just like Lisa, the medical student from Germany, you'll have that moment where you mentally double take. She told me she was watching a sitcom and a character said, "He's got a screw loose." Lisa read the words, but her brain just kept going back to it. A screw? Loose? Is he talking about a chair? That moment of confusion is your cue. That's your brain saying, "Alert, something is off here." Now, here's the crucial part. After the scene is over, rewind it. Then, change the subtitles from English to your native language. This is what I call the literal check. You play the scene again and you see the translation for "he's got a screw loose" in your language. You see that it means he's a bit crazy or eccentric. Boom. Just like that, your brain has created a new, powerful connection. It has linked the confusing, literal words "screw loose" directly to the true meaning in your own language, and you've bypassed the translation trap and jumped straight to understanding. This isn't a slow, painful process of memorization. It's a quick, efficient brain hack. Once you've done your double take and you know the meaning of the idiom, you're only halfway there. To truly master the idiom and be able to use it yourself, you need to understand the context. This is the key that separates a student who knows what an idiom means from a student who can actually use it naturally. You have to look at everything else that's happening in the scene. What are the characters doing? What is their body language? What are their facial expressions? Let's use an example. You're watching a crime drama, and a detective says to her partner, "I think he's pulling a fast one on us." Pause the video. Look at the actor. Is he winking? Is he whispering? Does he have a nervous look on his face? Does the scene feel tense or conspiratorial? The context will show you that pulling a fast one isn't about a literal race. It's about someone trying to trick or deceive you. This is exactly what Maria, a data analyst from Brazil, did. She started paying attention not just to the words, but to the emotions and situations in her favorite TV shows. She noticed that the phrase, "to get cold feet," was always used when a character was nervous about a big event, like a wedding or a job interview. It wasn't about the temperature of their feet. It was about fear and hesitation. By hunting for the context, she started to instinctively understand new idioms because she was so good at reading the emotions in a scene. She stopped feeling like she was just translating and started feeling like she was truly understanding. Your homework for this step is simple. When you encounter a new idiom, don't just find the meaning. Write down what the scene was about. What was the situation? That's what will help you use it yourself one day. Now for the final, most crucial step. You've identified the idiom, and you understand the context. It's time to make it your own. It's time to make it a natural part of your vocabulary. This is the power of shadowing. Shadowing is simply repeating what you hear. It's a technique used by professional actors and linguists to master an accent and tone. Rewind the scene again. Play the line with the idiom, and then immediately pause it. Now, try to repeat the phrase exactly as the actor said it. Pay attention to their tone, their rhythm, and their pronunciation. Let's use another phrase. Don't spill the beans. The actor might say it in a hushed, conspiratorial tone. Don't spill the beans. You should practice saying it that way too. You're not just learning the words, you're learning the feeling, the emotion, and the rhythm behind the words. This is how David, an artist from Mexico City, became a master of English slang. He would watch a short scene 10, 20, even 30 times, repeating the lines until he could say them with the exact same tone and confidence as the actor. He told me he used to sound robotic and unnatural, even when he knew the right words. Shadowing changed everything for him. This step is the difference between knowing what an idiom means and being able to use it naturally in a conversation without hesitation. It builds muscle memory for your mouth and confidence for your brain. So there you have it. The Subtitles breakthrough method. The double take. Find a new idiom and use your native language subtitles to quickly find the meaning. 2. The context hunt. Pay attention to the scene to understand the emotion and situation where the idiom is used. 3. The shadowing game. Repeat the phrase with the correct tone and rhythm to make it your own. This isn't about sitting in a classroom. It's about learning English the way native speakers do, through real-life situations and conversations. If you commit to doing this for just 20 minutes a day, I can confidently tell you that in just 1 month, you will notice a massive difference in your ability to understand native English speakers, whether it's in a movie or a real-life conversation. Your frustration will melt away, and your confidence will soar. As promised, the secret website I mentioned is playphrase.me. You can search for any phrase and see it used in hundreds of different movie clips, giving you all the context you could ever need. And for the first 50 people who try this method and comment "I'm breaking through," I'll personally send you my Idioms and Slang Quick Guide, a free download with 50 essential phrases you can start with today. Thank you for watching. Now go out there, watch some movies, and start breaking through.